Hey, good morning, YouTube. This is day 28 of my carnivore diet, and again, I'm running a little late. The reason why is because I kind of shot myself in the foot last night, figuratively. Last night, I came home and I fully expected to do a leg workout, my squats and everything like I discussed yesterday. So I had some pre-workout. I had some pre-workout around 7 p.m. and I could not go to sleep because I didn't do my workout. So I didn't expend all that energy that I took in order to help me through the workout. And then I just could not go to sleep. It was, I tried to go to sleep around 10. I got up at 11 because I was just sitting there with my eyes open, decided to try to go downstairs and get a little bit of work done. A little bit after midnight, I tried to go to sleep again. I finally probably fell asleep around 12:30, 1 a.m. And of course, I got up at 6:15-ish, somewhere in there, this morning to get showered and get everything ready. So even though that I only got maybe 5-6 hours of sleep, I still feel pretty good in the mornings. Whenever you're on the carnivore diet, if you don't know this, especially after you have your cheat days, which everyone who's keeping up with this video diary understands that I cheated on Thanksgiving, and then I cheated again during our Kalahari vacation. So I'm kind of like resetting myself again, my body's trying to get rid of all those toxins and garbage and things that had been building up from all the junk food that I put into my body. So you go through this cycle where in the mornings, because when you wake up, I'm going through a tunnel. You go through this state of ketosis, and your energy levels are way, way up. Then around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, you start getting really tired. And I had chronicled this in the first 2 weeks where, you have high energy in the morning, which I have right now. I have low stress, but then come in the afternoon after I've had my lunch and my body's processing all the protein that I'm taking in, I start feeling, more stress and less energy. And that happens for several days when you first start on the carnivore diet. So you have to be aware that this is going to happen to you, and you have to be able to push through it. You're going to want to sit there and think in the afternoon, oh, why am I doing this if I feel like this? Because it's almost like you have an insulin high in the morning, but you haven't had any insulin. But then you have your insulin crash in the afternoon, even though, again, you haven't had any insulin. It's your body is just trying to work everything out and try to get that fat adaptation set so you have an even keel of energy all day. And it takes a few days in order to get through that. This being my 4th day after my cheat day, I'm suspecting that I'm going to come into that fat adaptation, and I'll have my even keel energy all day long, as I have talked about before, even through my workouts. As I chronicled yesterday, I'm having a real hard time keeping up with my workouts. I'm feeling better. Of course, I have more energy. I wish it just seems like I don't have any time. There's so much going on. I have to do videos while I'm driving just to keep up with all my responsibilities. And so it's really hard. I would love some suggestions from you guys on how you schedule your workouts, how you fit that in, maybe some ideas on some supersets in order to make my workout time spend less time in the gym, but still get a really good workout. That would be fantastic. So what's on the menu? Over the last week, my lunches have included a steak and some turkey breast left over from Thanksgiving, of course. Last night for dinner, I had steak. And so I had a really, really delicious steak. It was just cooked to perfection. on our Pampered Chef grill surface that we have. It's really fantastic the way it cooks. It's just like grilling it outside, only you do it indoors. You get the perfect sears on it. And I am not tired of steak, not at all. I do miss A1 steak sauce though. I love steak with A1 steak sauce, but of course I'm not having that. So how I'm compensating is I put a really decent amount of salt on there. And Dr. Sean Baker will talk about that, how you really need to have that salt intake when you're on the carnivore diet. So if you're not aware of that, you need to make sure that you, when you start this diet, or if you're on this diet already, are getting enough salt. It's very important to maintain your colon health when you're on the carnivore diet. So, my lunch today, this is the last of the turkey breast, and I also have a piece of steak. So I pack my lunches usually once a week. As a side note, that drives my wife crazy. My wife is not a planner. My wife likes to shoot from the hip. She finds that very adventurous, and that's what I love about her. But for me, I have to have everything packed and ready. So usually on the weekend, I take some time, I'll slice down a full roast, and I will pack my lunches over the weekend. This includes a lot of hard-boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs, I find, are the perfect snack throughout the day. Or if you just want to eat the steak, the turkey breast, and hard-boiled eggs all in one sitting, that works as well, because it just fills you up and then you're not hungry later on, and you can make it to dinner time. Again, I'm eating probably anywhere between 1 to 3 to even 5 pounds on any given day of meat, and I think that is the standard for me. I got on the scale this morning and I am down in weight. And the other thing is, as I have said in times past, after so many days after cheating and your insulin levels begin to stabilize, it's not so much the insulin levels as I think it's your insulin resistance stabilizing. And Dr. Sean Baker, he talks about that, and so does Dr. Paul Mason, talks about how your body stabilizes. I am, again, urinating a lot, and I'm able to hold a lot more. And so that is a sign that my body's insulin is getting itself on that even keel. And I am able to process the salt, expend the salt. Why? Because the insulin is not holding on to the salt that's in my body, making me retain water, making me bloated, and my pants are getting very loose on me. So, and I don't believe I'm losing any muscle. I don't see any change in my muscle form in the mirror. And I was thinking I was going to start taking some photographs. That way, because I'm going from now until Christmas on the carnivore diet, and I was thinking of having one picture every day in order to kind of show the progress of my weight loss. And let me know if you'd be interested in seeing something like that. I wouldn't be interested in seeing something like that, but you know, there are a lot of people out there that like to see the transformations from day one to the final day. And I think that's all I have for today. This is day 28 of my carnivore diet journey. Again, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Just being disciplined and having a plan and being consistent with what I do every day. And it makes me very happy. It makes me feel so much better. Again, my joints are starting to heal up because, you know, carbohydrates and plants and things like that give you inflammation, and fiber is very bad for you. Had one YouTube commenter talk about how, oh, you're going to need fiber. Listen, I don't need any fiber. You're gonna have to trust me on that one. I go maybe twice a day, and I don't need any fiber. As long as you have gotten through that initial colon healing process, you won't feel like you need any fiber at all. All right? So thanks for the comments and thanks for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.